Prove that summation n equal to 0 to n minus 1 w of n to the power kn, that is equal to n delta of k, that is equal to n for what k is equal to 0. Answer is 0 if k is not equal to 0. Let us prove this one. So we are going to prove this one with the help of mathematical summation series formula. That is, we know that uh, summation n equal to 0 to n minus 1 a to the power n is equal to, it is mathematical summation formula. If it is so, then what will be the RHS? RHS becomes 1 minus a to the power capital N divided by 1 minus a, where the value of a is not equal to 1. If value of a is equal to 1, it becomes infinity. 1 minus 1, it is 0. Anything by 0 is infinity. So because of that reason, a is not equal to 1. So by using this summation formula, let us prove the above problem. So first, compare these two things. Compare the given value and this one. Here summation is there, n equal to 0 to n minus 1. Here also summation is there, n equal to 0 to n minus 1. Fine. Here w of n to the power kn is there. Here a to the power n is there. So comparing these two things, we can write here, we can write a equal to what? A equal to w of n to the power k. So with the help of this summation formula, we can write this LHS as, I will take LHS, that is summation n equal to 0 to n minus 1 w of n to the power kn. I have taken the LHS. Now after the comparison, what a equal to w of n to the power k we got. So the same thing I am going to rewrite as summation n equal to 0 to n minus 1 w of n to the power k. It is acts as a to the power what? N. So I expressed this value in the form of summation formula. Then if it is so, then what will be the RHS? 1 minus a equal to what? W of n to the power k to the power what? N divide by 1 minus a w of n to the power k. But already we discussed that is w of n is stands for what? It is the total factor. The value of total factor is e to the power minus j 2 pi by n. So let us make use of definition of total factor in this expression. So this becomes 1 minus, it is what? Total factor, correct? E to the power minus j 2 pi by n, as it is I written, multiplied by k into n is there, k into capital N is there, and denominator divided by 1 minus e to the power minus j 2 pi by n, this total factor, multiplied by what? K is there. Okay, fine. Next, further simplification, how we are going to simplify? So observe here, n and n get cancels, only left with what? 1 minus e to the power minus j 2 pi by n into k divided by 1 minus e to the power, okay, is it correct? Now similarly, this is minus j 2 pi by n into k. Sorry, here n get cancelled, there is no n term here, n get cancelled, so only left with what? E to the power minus j 2 pi k. Fine. So what is the value of e to the power minus j 2 pi k if the value of k is not equal to 0? If k is not equal to 0, it may be any integer value, it may be 1 2 3 4 so on, it may be any integer value, then what will be the value of this one? We know that e to the power minus j 2 pi k, it is nothing but cos of 2 pi k, minus is there, minus j sin of 2 pi k. Fine. K may be any integer value, as I told. So k may be any integer means to substitute any value. I will take k equal to n. For an example, I will assume k equal to 1. If I take k equal to 1, it becomes cos of 2 pi minus j sin of 2 pi. Cos of 2 pi is, it results in 1. Sine of 2 pi, it results in 0. So we know that cos of even multiple of pi results in always 1, correct? Okay, so let us substitute this value in this expression. Hence we are getting 1 minus, so e to the power minus j 2 pi k. What we got? We got 1 minus 1 divided by 1 minus e to the power minus j 2 pi by n into k. So let us simplify. We got 0. Answer 0. So what is the case? So LSS we taken, and we, with the help of summation formula, we simplified and we taken the condition k is not equal to 0. What is the answer? We got the 0. Hence we got what? So let us summarize the answer. Hence summation n equal to 0 to n minus 1 w of n to the power kn. This is the given thing. This is equal to, we got 0 answer when if k is not equal to 0. This one we got correct. If I take k equal to 0, what happens? If this is the case for what? If k is not equal to 0. If I take k equal to 0, next one, if I take k equal to 0, then this becomes summation n equal to 0 to n minus 1. Here wherever k is there, substitute 0, it becomes what? W of n to the power 0 multiplied by n. So anything raised to 0, what happens? Summation n equal to 0 to n minus 1, it becomes 1. So adding 1 how many times? N times. So it results in n. So what is the answer? We got n for what? If k is equal to 0. So summarize the answer. Two cases we got. K is not equal to 0, we got the answer 0. K equal to 0, we got the answer n. Hence we can write summation n equal to, sorry, small n equal to 0 to n minus 1 w of n to the power kn is equal to, we got two answers. It is, first answer is what? N. It is for what? If k is equal to 0. Second answer is what? 0 if k is not equal to 0. So let us make use of definition of impulse function. Delta of k is equal to 1 where k equal to 0. Delta of n is equal to 1 where n equal to 0. So by using the definition of impulse function, this answer we can write n is present only where? Only where? At k equal to 0. So we can write like this. Hence proved. Hence proved. So this expression, this example, we are going to make use in the definition of inverse DFT. So let us discuss inverse DFT, IDFT. Okay, it is the definition of IDFT. X of inverse, the inverse DFT formula or IDFT formula is given by x of n equal to IDFT of x of k. It is the time domain, discrete time signal. It is the frequency domain. Okay, IDFT of x of k equal to 1 by n summation k equal to 0 to n minus 1 x of k multiplied by w of n to the power minus kn. Okay, w of n to the power minus kn, or we can write, okay, let us say this equation is called as, this equation is also known as synthesis equation. Now let us prove this inverse DFT or IDFT. I will take here RHS. What is the RHS? 1 by n summation k equal to 0 to n minus 1 x of k, capital, it is capital, it is small letter, x of k, w of n to the power minus kn. So here I have taken the RHS term, and we have to get the answer as x of n. After simplifying this one, we are supposed to get the answer as x of n. Now what x of k stands for? Here x of k stands for, x of k is the what? Is the DFT of signal, discrete time signal x of n. Fine. X of k is what? We can represent the DFT pair as x of n has DFT pair like this. It means it is the DFT pair. If you calculate DFT for x of n, we are getting the answer x of k. If you calculate IDFT for x of k, we are getting x of n. So it is called as DFT pair. So we know that x of k is the DFT of signal x of n. Then as per the definition of DFT, already we discussed, we can write summation n equal to 0 to n minus 1 x of n e to the power minus j 2 pi by n into kn. For understanding purpose, already in the definition of IDFT, n term is there, index n is there. So I will make use of one more index, new index. Instead of n, I will take one new index, m equal to 0 to n minus 1. It becomes what? X of m e to the power minus j 2 pi by n k into m. Okay, fine. If I substitute this in the definition of IDFT, so this equation number 1 becomes, if I substitute the definition of DFT in this equation becomes 1 by n summation k equal to 0 to n minus 1. What is that? Summation m equal to 0 to n minus 1 x of m e to the power minus j 2 pi by n into k into m multiplied by w of n into minus kn. Fine. Now, so let us make use of a definition of total factor. This is nothing but what? It is nothing but what? Total factor, w of n, correct? So this equation we can write. So if you substitute this by definition of total factor, and this equation becomes what? 1 by n summation k equal to 0 to n minus 1 summation m equal to 0 to n minus 1 x of m, and I'm going to substitute the definition of total factor. It becomes what? W of n. This is the definition of total factor. The remaining term as it is km multiplied by w of n into minus kn. Now the next step is rearrange the summation terms and do the simplification. That is 1 by n as it is. I will take this term outside. Summation m equal to 0 to n minus 1 x of m, because here k is present, here also k is present, so I will take this summation term. This summation term have the index k. Summation k equal to 0 to n minus 1, and let us take from these two parameters, I will take minus k as a common. If I take minus k common, what happens? Minus k common. If I take minus k common, only left with what? N. If I take minus k common, here it becomes minus m. So this is the expression. Then what is the value of this, the term which is present inside the square bracket? So as I told, we discussed one example. Let us make use of this example. See here, summation small n equal to 0 to n minus 1 w of n to the power kn equal to n. We are getting the answer n for k equal to 0. This is we written as like this, n into delta of k. If you are writing this expression like n equal to delta of k, similarly this one we are writing it as, this is equal to what? We are writing it as summation k equal to 0 to n minus 1 w of n minus m into k. With the reference of this example, I am going to write this as, this equal to what? We are getting answer n when, if nothing but we are getting answer n when n is equal to m, or we can write delta of n minus m. Similarly, so this equation we can write delta of n minus m. So let us substitute this value in the above equation. So then the expression becomes 1 by n summation m equal to 0 to n minus 1 x of m into n into delta of n minus m. Very simple. Now observe this term. There is a multiplication of x of m into n into delta of n minus m. Let us make use of the properties of impulse function. This is the impulse function. So if you multiply these two signals, there is a multiplication of what? X of m, n, and delta of n minus m. So as per the properties of impulse function, the multiplication result exists only where if n equal to m. It exists where n into delta of n minus m. It means we are getting the answer n only where n equal to m. For other cases, the answer is 0. For other cases, this answer is 0. Hence this step we can write. This is the multiplication is present. Instead of calculation of m equal to 0 to n minus 1, it is present only where n equal to m or m equal to n. So this term becomes what? 1 by n as it is. This term becomes what? The result is what? The result is what? We are getting result x of m as it is, and multiplication result is what? N as it is. But the condition applies. The multiplication of these two things is present only when m equal to n. M equal to n. Instead of calculating all the values, the multiplication is result only where m equal to n. So let us substitute wherever m is there. Substitute n. What happens? N and n get cancels. N and n get cancels. So what this is the present, this answer is present only where for the condition m equal to n. If you substitute m equal to n, so what we are getting? We are getting x of n. Hence we proved LHS. Hence we proved. This is about definition of IDFT.